Welcome back, Oders. My name is Jose Ignacio. Today we're going to talk about GOALS, goals. Goals are great, and not just in soccer or football if you prefer. I do not. Goals help employees improve their performance by giving them specific tasks to work towards over a period of time. They should be specific and measurable so we know if the goal has been achieved. We assign goals during our annual performance reviews or when we identify areas where an employee can develop new skills or improve their work. By setting the right goals, managers can track progress, support career development, and ensure employees stay engaged and motivated. So, follow along to learn how to assign and manage employee goals. So, here I am on my main appraisals dashboard. Let's look at who shall we pick today? Let's pick Mark Bishop. Perfect. All right, let's look at Mark Bishop's appraisal. So, let's think about this first. At the top is a nice little goals smart button. I see he clearly has one goal. To see what that is, we actually just have to click it and boom, we can hop on in there. And I actually see two goals. The smart button only says one because he completed the beginner management course, and we can see that with the progress. Boom. So the goal smart button only shows goals that still need work. But let's look closer at this intermediate management course goal. So this goal form provides all the details from the goal name over here and the employee as well. And we can see a few other things like its current progress, which in this case, we happen to be at 25% for its percentage. We can also see the manager and the deadline, which is important, and any tags that may follow. I also happen to have a nice little description field that provides me with more details. Now, it turns out I recently received an email that Mark is halfway done with this training. So I'm going to update this goal by clicking on the 50% progress field. Great. All right, let's go back to Mark's goals via the breadcrumb menu. So we're going to select it, and it's Wonder Bread because you're wonderful. Now, I want to see Mark become a manager, and I know he'll complete the intermediate training in about a month or so. I can easily add a new goal by clicking on Open Library over here. So inside of here, I'm going to select the Advanced Management course by its little checkbox, and then I'm going to hit Select. So the goal is added, and the progress at this point remains 0% since, well, he hasn't started it yet. And I can see the deadline is in 3 months. Okay, now when we return to the appraisal via the breadcrumbs over here, would you look at that? I can see the goal smart button has been updated to 2 since he now has 2 goals to work on. Okay, now that is one way to view goals. Let's take a look at the goals dashboard by clicking on goals up above. Boom. So here are all my goals for all the employees in the company organized in the default list view by employee. We can actually just do that just by unfolding some of these right there. So if I want, I can remove the employees grouping over here in the search bar. And when I do that, the order changes now by deadline with the closest one over here up at the top. And actually, I can see right now, Patty's forklift training right here is overdue. I better remind her to get that done right away. So this list view allows me to adjust what is shown. I'm going to filter this to only see, in my case, my team. So we're going to do that filter right there and then click away. Okay, everyone I manage is doing okay. Whew, that's good to know. So what if I need to make a goal, a new one, let's say? I can actually make one from right here. I'm going to select new in the top left over here. And we're going to fill out this goals form together. So I know Patty has been wanting to improve on some furniture making skills. So I'm going to name this goal Improve Staining Technique. Ooh, a good stain on some birch always looks really nice. All right, so in the employees field, I'm going to select Patty Carpenter. Boom. So the progress is 0 by default, which is fine. Now I'm going to enter into the description field a nice little long thing. Learn to stain without leaving streaks. Quite the problem for new people trying to stain things. And improve color matching technique so that we don't mess up anything that looks a little bit different on our wooden furniture. So her manager automatically populates over here up at the top in the manager field. So that's pretty good. All right, now deadlines. I'm going to set this one to, let's do August 31st. Boom. Perfect. All right, now we need a couple of tags. And in my case, I'm going to do perfect factory. That's a good one right off the bat. And for our second one, carpentry. Even better. And that's it. When I go back after manually saving over here to the goals dashboard via the breadcrumbs, I actually don't see her. Ah, small little doopsie. I have the my team thing set up right there. Let's remove that. Okay, now that we did that, we should be feeling pretty good about this because I can now see her new goal down there. Perfect. So now I want to add another goal to the main library so that I can quickly assign it to other employees. So this time around, we're going to select configuration, and then, you guessed it, in this case, we're going to go under the nice little goals section and then do library. Perfect. And this is all of the goals that I have configured in the system right now. Now notice how Patty's new staining goal that we just made isn't on here. That's because I didn't make it a template. I could click new and fill out this form, but there's a faster way to do it, and I'll show you. So instead of doing this form, let's close it out. We're not going to do that. Let's go back to the list of employee goals by clicking on goals once again from the top menu. Now, I'm going to expand Patty Carpenter's goals right there, and then we're going to click on that new staining one. All right, so from here, I'm going to click, you might have seen it earlier, the Save as Template button right there. And the templates form is already filled out with everything I configured. What a time saver. I could also select a parent goal template if the goal is part of, in this case, it could be a higher goal. So I'm going to select the master carpentry techniques. Perfect. If there are any expected skills that we have, I can enter them here. So I'm going to click on that little plus sign, and I'm going to set right now our category should be to carpentry. Boom, changed a little bit right there. And then for our skill, stain color matching for this. I'm going to leave the level as intermediate because it is a little bit hard to do that and get it right and then save and close. I don't need to add a description or sub goals, so this is all done. And that's all for this tutorial. We learned how to view our employees' goals, assign them new ones, and even create individual goals and a goal template. Now our employees can stay confused on working towards, well, goals. All right, see you in the next one.